E.N.D here. Poison counters have been for years a popular alternative winning condition. Putting the 10th poison counter meant your opponent lost the game. But arriving to 10 poison counters, it's quite an ordeal. And if your opponents have 1, 5, 9 counters, it doesn't matter if you can give them that 10th poison counter. Phyrexia All Will Be One has an answer, a new mechanic ideal if you like to play poison counters. Corrupted. Corrupted is a keyword ability that gives a card different or additional characteristics if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters. It highlights abilities that makes cards stronger as much as an opponent has 3 poison counters or more. But how do you play Corrupted? Let's build our battlefield. Let's put in play Skrelv, a 1-1 with Toxic 1, and let's put in play Deceit Core. Deceit Core, it's a land, it's a sphere. Taps to add 1 colorless, or better known as waste. Taps, add 1 mana of any color, spend that mana only to cast Phyrexian creature spells. Has Corrupted. Tap, target 1/1 creature, get +2/+1 until end of turn, and I can only activate it if my opponent is corrupted, meaning they have 3 or more poison counters. At this stage, my opponent doesn't have any poison counters, therefore they are not corrupted, and I cannot activate the corrupted ability of my Seed Core and give my Skrelv a boost. So let's start dealing combat damage with Skrelv. Skrelv has Toxic 1, therefore if they are not blocked, Skrelv will deal 1 damage to my opponent, and also my opponent will get 1 poison counter. At this stage, my opponent has only 1 poison counter, therefore they are not corrupted. So let's attack again with Skrelv, and if not blocked, Skrelv will deal 1 damage to my opponent and 1 poison counter to my opponent. At this stage, again, my opponent has only 2 poison counters, therefore they are not corrupted. Let's swing again with Skrelv, 1 damage to my opponent and another poison counter. Now finally my opponent has 3 poison counters, and this means that they are corrupted and I can activate the corrupted ability of my Seed Core. And that's what I'm going to do. It's my turn again, so untap. Let's swing again. Skrelv, it's a 1-1 with Toxic 1. My opponent is corrupted. Tap the Seed Core, giving a +2 and +1 to Skrelv. Now Skrelv is a 3-2, and if not blocked, it will deal 3 damage to my opponent, and my opponent will also get another poison counter thanks to Toxic 1 of Skrelv. A small note here, Toxic is not infect, that's why my opponent always get only 1 poison counter irrespectively of the power of my Skrelv. And if you want to learn more about Toxic, I did a tutorial explaining how that particular mechanic works, and I will leave in the description below a link to that video. As my opponent has 3 or more poison counters, 4 in my case, I still can activate the corrupted abilities of my spells. Some notes: your opponent needs to be corrupted, that is having 3 or more poison counters for your corrupted abilities. If you are corrupted because you have 3 or more poison counters, it doesn't work. Some corrupted abilities are activated, like my Seed Core. If you have a corrupted opponent, you can activate the ability, and if you don't, you can't. There are other corrupted abilities that are static, and their effects are active as long as your opponent has 3 or more poison counters. In a multiplayer game, you need only 1 opponent to have 3 or more poison counters, not all of them. And corrupted doesn't count poison counters for multiple opponents together. Corrupted can be found on permanents, but there are also instants and sorceries with corrupted abilities. Some of these abilities provide additional effect if you have a corrupted opponent as the spell resolves. Others affect what a spell costs or what it can target. If an opponent removes some of their poison counters and have 2 or less, your corrupted cards won't get the bonus anymore. So that's how you play corrupted. Leave me in the comments below what you think about this new mechanic. Will it make poison counters more powerful? And as always, subscription button is here. Subscribe for my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.